Disobedience turned their hearts to stone.
Good morning.
The truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone.
Hey.
Crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous flight. Only face facts could have saved their plight.
Good morning.
No way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus Truth, or face the dole.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Full to float.
You know what we're back here to do.
On the underworld note, denied Olympian.
Hey.
Another tote. Eternal chains, no antidote.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream.
Hey,
The torment echo loud.
Grant is big. Good morning.
Zeus watches from Olympus cloud.
Yeah, come on, Clyde. Come on now. Hey, D, good morning. You know what we're here to do? We gotta tell the truth. Hey! Ooh. I know a lot of Trump supporters are nervous and shaking right now, but you know what? You should be. Ebony, thank you for the shares.
Convene, no way back.
Hey!
Lost souls on brimstone track.
Let's go!
Gotta pay
Yeah, good morning. All right.
too full to float.
Let's go. All right. Let's get the show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. Yes, it's I, Zeus. All right, and you know what we got to do? Stay positive. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Yes, you know what we're here to do. Tell the truth. Ernesto, good morning. Nice to see you. All right, you know what we're here to do. We got to help our Vice President Kamala Harris get into the White House, right? Mount Negro, Chelsea. Don't try to photocopy. You can out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee.
In the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove.
Show you what I've been doing.
Fools rush in,
But I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking.
I like to get it poppin'.
Shell, good morning.
Came so far, and it's only in
You know, I like a clean, I want a clean show. Happy Tuesday, all right?
Golden State.
Ain't no tossing and turning, no time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama. Don, good morning. And even if I fail, at least I was honest, right? You know that's what I am, right? All right, Izzy, good morning. Oh yeah, we got Yvonne, good morning. How are you doing? Yes, I am jamming. You're right. Hey, don't try to photocopy. You can never top me. Yeah.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me.
I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing.
And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy.
When you out here
Don't try to
being
photocopy,
saucy.
Zeus.
Getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Don't try to photocopy me, cause you end up hurting yourself. You can't ride my wave, you gotta ride your own wave, alright?
Don't try to photocopy.
Tell him Hennessy Tiger, alright.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't.
Let's go ahead and get this show started. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I'm your pilot. And you know, once again, why we are here. We are back in the Thunderdome, all right, to really do the Lord's work, to help our Vice President Kamala Harris become the next president of the United States, all right? And that means we have to debunk and take down all of Donald Trump and his supporters, their lies and their conspiracies and their misinformation, all right? And so before we get started, let's take care of those housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Does anyone know why I am called Triple H? Does anyone know why they call me Triple H? Well, I'll tell you why. The first H is because I'm honest. All right. And then the second H is because I'm humble. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. I saw that. Keep it clean. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what do we got here. I see. Hold on. We're having a little bit of a glitch. We're having a little bit of a glitch right now with this app. Sometimes this app just does whatever it wants to do, and then you gotta relaunch and all that other stuff. I don't want to have to relaunch if I don't need to. All right, but let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Okay. All right, so what we do is we hold our friends on the right, especially their orange cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. Now, someone got mad at me the other day because it is glitchy today. All right, we'll rock with it. If it's too nasty out there, my signal starts to get a little choppy, just let me know, and I may have to relaunch. Somebody got mad at me and said, Zeus, you can't call Donald Trump orange. And I said, see, that's the first lie. We won't let that slide. Donald Trump is orange. We will call him orange. All right. And we will also refer to him as a cult leader. All right. And we will also refer to you supporters of his as being possessed with the MAGA demon. All right. And so if you are, as my good friend, Brother Swervin likes to say, lactose intolerant. Anybody out there lactose intolerant? Put a 1 in the chat if you're lactose intolerant. That means you're allergic to the facts. Put a 1 out there. All right. Or let me put it this way. Anybody out there that watches a lot of Fox News and reads a lot of True Social, you got to trick these people sometimes, all right? Anybody out there watch a lot of Fox News and goes on to True Social to get their information, please put a 1 in the chat for Zeus. I need to see you, all right? Because it's going to be a lot of wild stuff happening in here, and I want to make sure you're braced for impact, all right? Okay, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I've done a great job basically helping Trump supporters get out of the cult this morning already. They know what I'm about. If you are lactose intolerant, you might want to leave this live because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable for you, all right? But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Morning, Shamir. All right. So now we can let this show begin. So, what happened this morning? Well, I woke up this morning. I got people I know in my real life as well, and they love to bombard Zeus with all kinds of things because they somehow think I'm on the wrong side of history and they're on the right side of history. These are Trump supporters, right? Trump loves to make the economy worse. I agree. So this morning I woke up to a text message from a MAGA demon, all right? And I don't know if any of you are familiar with this character, Elon Musk. Does anyone know who Elon Musk is? Does anyone know who Elon? And does anyone think Elon Musk is a credible source of information? Because for some strange reason, Trump supporters like Elon, and it makes absolutely no sense. How can you sit there and endorse a guy named Donald Trump? Joe Biden's electrical vehicle mandate is going to ruin this country. We will stop you from having those electric vehicles. Right? That's what Elon says. Then Donald Trump turns around and says Elon is a great person. Everyone knows Elon makes electric vehicles, right? Maggie, did you know Elon makes electric cars? Maggie, honestly, did you know Elon makes electric cars, Maggie? Because I saw you write Trump something in my comment. RHM, did you know Elon makes electric cars? RHM? Yeah, he's not American. So to the Trump supporters, how do you justify supporting Elon Musk and believing him? I don't get how Trump supporters do this. It's a bit of a magic trick, but it's not really a magic trick. It's signs that you're in a cult. And so to the Trump supporters out there, honestly, please understand that the reason Donald Trump isn't going to win in November is because the rest of the country is fed up with having to babysit all of you because you have refused to think for yourselves. Yeah, his cars are trash. Yeah. All right. Now, the message, somebody asked me, well, Zeus, what did the text message say? Well, Elon has posted something on X. All right. Let me see if we can get it queued up. All right. And this is what the MAGA demon messaged to me. All right. The message, it says, Democrats inspired Ryan Ruth and Matthew Crooks to unalive. How many more would-be unalivers sit before their televisions absorbing the fevered calls to arms from the president? Question marks. I guess he's talking about President Biden and the Democrats. How many lost souls seeking purpose see eliminating those who they perceive as democracy's greatest threat as a path to meaning? Okay, subscribe to Amuse on X. All right. And it's actually a video. So let's listen to this video. I mean, you could go check it out and watch it. You know, I don't got all of that fancy stuff where we can watch it together, but I'm going to play it for you so you can see what he posted.
Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not using climate change? Yes.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings.
So
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings.
So this is a collage that Elon has put together of random Democrats, Joe Biden, Tim Walz, Nancy Pelosi, you know, the likes. And he's taking clips of things that they've said and somehow saying this is why these Trump supporters are targeting Donald Trump. All right.
The country, maybe there will be.
She's a genuine danger to American security.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
We have to preserve our democracy. But speak out against lies and hate.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Have a consistent
Greetings. How can I help you?
Nothing. I just want to say, vote Kamala 2024.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. All right. I appreciate that.
Sir.
All right, Durag Sensei, ladies and gentlemen. He says vote Kamala 2024. Let's give him a round of applause. Is Zeus freezing for anyone else? Some people say that it is freezing out there on TikTok. It may be, or it's freezing for you. Sheesh. No, some say no, some say yes. Okay, let me see. I saw you on Oprah. Yes, it hasn't frozen for me. Okay, so it's not freezing. It's freezing for some, not all. You might want to do the little relaunch. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, who do we have out there? Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on, Jermaine. Let me see. Are you a Trump supporter? Yes or no? I'm just trying to talk to MAGA. If you're not MAGA, we're gonna move on. Who is this? Jermaine, greetings.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, you're a Trump supporter?
Nope.
Oh, well, listen, I'm going to have to bring you back up, all right? But listen, I love you, brother, all right? We're going to try it again, all right? I'm seeing somebody out there. Any Trump supporters out there? Any Trump supporters? Because I got 3 people. You're all wonderful, all right?
Good morning, James.
Are you a Trump supporter?
No, sir.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to have to bring you back up, all right?
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. Let's see. I see the box piling up. I'm wondering what just happened. All right, let's make sure I'm not leaving anything out there. All right, Joyce, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, are you a Trump supporter?
No, sir. No, by all means, no.
Oh, well, can I bring you back? All right, because I'm going to do that towards the end of the show. All right, Joyce. Now you come on back. All right. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all those beautiful people. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a MAGA demon in the chat. Let's see. I'm sorry. You know, we got to try to do a little bit of a ping pong. Cherie Blossom 587. Come on up here. You are the lucky panelist. All right. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump should be the president of the United States of America. Honestly, because what I want to help you do is I want to help you see the light. Zeus slow Tanya. You never have the ability to go live, Tanya. You never have the ability to go live. And there's a couple of signs that MAGA needs to be aware of in terms of the fact, like, is Donald Trump really going to win in November? Or is he going to lose? And if you look around MAGA, he's not going to win. The only way Donald Trump will win, honestly, is if he cheats. All right? Zeus, did Trump borrow almost $20 million? You know what's so funny is you have all these people in here saying they love Donald Trump, but they know what happens when they get into the box, right? Come on up here. Come on up here. You all know more than Zeus. So come on up here and put all of that knowledge and expertise on full display. Don't we all want to see these Trump supporters with all of their expertise on full display? All I was trying to do was provide you with more information that Donald Trump is lying to you. All right. So I was talking about Elon Musk trying to blame Democrats for those two Trump supporters that made an attempt on the former president's life. And we all agree there's no room for political violence. But people have been wondering why, Zeus, why would a Trump supporter be angry at Donald Trump? Right? That's what a lot of people are wondering. And so what I'm trying to help you folks understand is Trump supporters are angry at Donald Trump because he is lying so much out there. Whether it's his position on abortion, right? One day he doesn't care. Next day he cares. One day he wants a national abortion ban. The next day, I got to think about it. We all know he's the reason that they're in this situation, right? Come on, he will try to be nice. Let's see, who do we got? Oh, we got another person in the box. Let's see who this is. Who do we have? Who do we have here? That's a cute dog, though. It's a cute dog, but I don't know. Maybe the owner. I don't know if the owner is as cute as the dog is. Who do we got going once? Michelangelo. All right. You must have that MAGA Wi-Fi. So what we're going to do, Michelangelo, is we're going to let you go ahead back down there. All right, Operation Expose. You came back to Zeus. There must be something pressing.
Hey, Zeus, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm all right. What brings you back?
To be quite honest with you, man, dude, you had like 5 liberals that came on to your panel, even though you've said several times only MAGA supporters. If that doesn't tell you anything about the intellectual intelligence of you liberals, I mean, I don't know what will, bro. How many times did you say MAGA only? And you had 5 liberals still request to get on the panel. I mean, it blows my mind.
You don't understand what's happening. Let me help you understand.
Yes, please,
okay,
please.
Let me
educate me if you don't mind, please.
Okay, all right. There are a lot of people who like the platform. All right, it's bigger than what you can imagine, right? Because I know your brain doesn't really work that well.
It's huge. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and so sometimes they actually want to come up here and say something that's nice, right? And that's normal.
So why didn't you let them do it? Why don't you let them do it then?
Is it my show?
Yeah, but
okay. So
why don't you let them do it then?
OE.
Yes.
Rule number 1: you don't get to come up here and ask Big Zeus how he runs his operation. You're not on payroll, so don't ask any questions. You either get up here and defend your cult leader, or you get back into the comments where you belong. One or the other.
Well, the thing is,
that's how this works.
I've dock-walked you so many times that there's no point in debating, bro.
You dock-walked? You know what I mean? You can't even get your words right.
Dog-walk, yes.
Okay, no, you said dock. So here's the deal. Okay. Here's the deal. You don't really have anything of value to add right now. It just seems like you're a disgruntled customer. Is that right? I just want to
tell those liberals, please stop requesting again the panel. MAGA supporters.
Okay.
For the love of God, listen to the guy.
That's a MAGA demon right there, right? Is that a MAGA demon? OE? You really should change your name to Trash Exposed, right? That's Trash Exposed. And he looks real good right next to that one character, Trash Bait, right? Let's go ahead and throw Trash Exposed into the lake of fire. Let's go. I didn't want to do it this early, but you know, we need some fresh blood, right? Let's go ahead and give him a round of boos and shame. What felt real?
Silence, you MAGA demons.
Yeah. What I'm looking for are Trump supporters who believe all of Donald J. Trump's lies. But before I move on, I just want to tell the Trump supporters that are confused about why Donald Trump has a target on his back. Look at the guy. He puts targets on everyone else's back, and then he gets upset when all of a sudden, you know what they say, universal laws are at work. I'm not shocked. Is anyone out there shocked that his supporters, all right? Is there anyone shocked that Donald Trump's supporters are now starting to leave the cult and they're angry at him? Because that's what's happening. Kamala didn't accomplish anything. Come on up here, David. Tell me that story. David, Tanya, you keep laughing, but you know what they say, Tanya? The same thing that'll make you laugh will make you cry. You know what I mean, Tanya? It's funny until it happens to you. David didn't want to come up either because David knows how this works. It's funny until it happens to you, Tanya. And so what I would encourage you to do is honestly do better. Look into the mirror, search your soul and ask yourself, why have I, Tanya, chose darkness as opposed to light? Can you bring me up, please? I can try. Stoned. Good morning. Who is this name? Who is this right here? Stones, and I can't say that.
That's my husband's account. I just got on here. Sorry.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Oh.
All right. Listen, I just don't know why it's got to get so nasty. At the end of the day, we're all still Americans, aren't we? Aren't we supposed to be all like Americans and looking out for each other? But the way I'm going to be honest with you, every Democratic channel you get on, it's the same stuff. They slam you. They call you names. It just don't make no sense.
What do you suppose? Because first of all,
but I'm not bashing anybody.
What part of the country are you calling in from?
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay, and you're not voting for Kamala Harris?
No, honestly, I'm not. She came out of nowhere. Like, I mean, I know she's the vice president and all, but she came I don't know. It's just like no.
What is your husband a Trump supporter?
Yes, and believe it or not, we're in the union. We're in the unions. And there are a lot of people in the unions that feel the same way we do.
What do you feel?
I feel I don't like what's going on with the country right now.
What part?
That with all the forced immigration. Well, they're migrants, whatever they are. Because they're not even, we don't know who they are. And I got daughters. And how many kids got killed already? And I mean,
you mean unalived? So let me ask you an honest question. Let me ask you an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think so many people in this country do not like Donald Trump and his supporters?
I don't
because
know.
I would imagine you've been paying attention to politics. You've been paying attention to politics for how long? You voted for him in 2016?
Yes, I did.
You voted for him in 2020?
Yes.
Okay, so give me your opinion about why you don't believe people like Donald Trump.
I don't know why they don't like him, honestly. I mean, I think it's his mouth because he's not a very good speaker, honestly. He's not a good speaker.
Okay.
But I think he can turn.
What do you when you say his mouth? What? Give me an example, if you don't mind.
When he talks, he like, and I put this. Sometimes he puts.
Can you give me an example of something?
I really don't know off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you. He's just.
So don't you? So that to me. Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know President Biden? You know who he is?
Yes, I do.
Has he done anything that you don't like?
He's done a lot of things I don't like.
Like
what? The border mainly.
What happened with the border?
He left it wide open.
Okay. So has he said anything you don't like? Has Joe Biden said anything you don't like?
I can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure he has, but I can't. I don't know. I can't think of. I mean, you know what I mean?
So either this works this way. Either you know Joe Biden said something you don't like, or you don't know. So
I really can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So why do you not like President Biden or Kamala Harris?
Because I don't like their policies. I don't like what they're doing to this country, honestly. And it's
What have they done to this country?
what they're bringing in. I'm dealing with it directly. I'm in Philadelphia, and not all of them are very nice. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So you're talking about immigration?
I'm talking about the migrants, not immigration. I have no problem with the right immigration. I'm talking about what they just the buses and buses loads that they're dropping off in my city.
Who is dropping them off in your city? You
Well,
think Joe Biden is?
I know that because he's overrun down there in Texas. I know that.
A Republican,
Yeah, I understand
a
that.
Republican is sending
Yeah.
people to your city.
And
You don't have a problem. You don't have a problem with that.
No, I got. I mean, the whole country's dealing with it.
But
How can Texas deal with all that? What they're bringing in, they can't.
well,
They're just
Donald
sitting around.
Trump. Don't you think Donald Trump should have signed that border bill?
I don't know the what border bill.
The bipartisan border bill that was
You can't
supposed
let
to.
everybody in. You just can't.
Well,
We got to think of our own first. Our own are suffering here.
Okay,
And I
okay.
live in the hood here, just about. And
Okay.
there's a lot of people that are suffering every day. We got
Okay,
all that money
okay.
went to our people.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, so let's get straight into this. All right.
Yeah.
I think I got an understanding of where you're at.
Mhm.
You're about there's 10 levels inside of the cult, which is
I'm
what I
not
call
in a
people.
cult. I'm not in.
Can
a
I
cult.
can I just finish?
Yes.
And then you can push back.
Yes.
You're probably hovering at around a nice 6, right?
Yeah.
And what that tells me is everything Donald Trump has told you to believe, you've
No.
believed it.
No, I live it.
But
I live it.
so we just had you actually acknowledge it's Republican governors
Yeah,
who
I
are
know
busing
governor.
people to where you're
The
at.
sectionary cities, yeah. I
So
understand
so that's one thing. But there was a bipartisan border bill that would have addressed those very concerns that you had. And you know what your cult leader said?
What's that? What? Yeah. What?
He said don't do it. You know why he said don't do it?
Why is that?
Because then he wouldn't have it to campaign on.
Well,
So
what about your cult leader?
so
that
so,
wants
so
to
wait. So what that looks like to me is like perhaps say your back door is open. Do you keep your doors locked at night?
Yes, I do. I live in the city.
Okay. This guy would tell you leave that door unlocked until I become president. Would you do it?
No,
Huh?
I don't listen to any of them wholeheartedly because I think they're all liars.
Well, let me help you understand why I say what I say. Let me help you understand why I say that. All right, here he goes. All right, this is what Donald Trump says. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get this for you.
Kamala wants to do away with the detention centers. That makes sense, right?
There is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America. It's not going to happen. I noticed that, and I'll fight it all the way. I noticed a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please.
You hear that?
Because they were getting ready to pass a very bad bill. And I'll tell you what, a bad bill is, I'd rather have no bill than a bad bill. A bad bill.
So he forced Joe Biden to take executive action to address what's happening at the border, and so now border crossings have came down almost a little over 50%, right?
They're all here now.
So Stones, right? What you just heard is Donald Trump, in essence, say, leave the back door open while you go to sleep.
No, it's not true.
That's what he just did.
Nah, it's not true. I don't believe that.
So how could how could I help you understand that's
How
what he
about when
did?
they put up them big
So-
things out in the rivers, and then they made them take them down? How come?
Yeah, because it was inhumane. You're not supposed to be just randomly do you have the spirit of you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
Do you have the spirit of unaliving in you? I can't say it on
No,
TikTok.
I don't want. No, I would never do that. I'm not.
Do
like
you
that.
Let me ask you an honest question. Let's just say you were at the border and you saw a woman and her children illegally crossing in, and they were on the verge of unaliving and losing their life, maybe because of the drowning or perhaps some of the barbed wire that was in there. Would you rescue and try to help that woman and her child, even though you knew that they were illegal? What would you do?
I don't honestly know. I mean, you don't know what to do because I feel bad for them. I really do.
So that was okay, but
Honestly,
what
I
would you?
really do. I feel
What
bad for
would
them.
so you would watch another human being?
No, I would not. But we got to worry about our.
No,
own
I'm just,
first.
but I get that. I get you want to address this from a policy, but I'm just concerned about you as a person. I want to know the type of person you are.
I'm a good
Are
person.
you,
I help
are
other
you,
people.
do you care about human beings
Yes,
or
I
not?
do. Yes,
Regardless of where they're born?
yes, because I have friends of all different backgrounds.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
So you care about children all over the planet?
I care about our own first.
I
Yes.
didn't ask that.
Yeah, I care about children. Who wouldn't?
Because what I'm excuse me, what I'm concerned about is I believe that as a Christian, you know what Jesus instructed you to do,
Yes, yes. But
and he didn't say draw a line between United States
yes,
citizens and everybody else.
I
Because
understand that. I
and
understand.
Jesus traveled all over.
There's one day we're not going to be the superpower anymore. Then what's going to happen?
Wait a second. Wait a
What's going to
second.
happen then? What's going to happen then?
Did it?
Honestly,
Can I finish where I was going with this?
yeah. No,
All
you're
right.
trying to twist up what I was meaning by it.
No,
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 it's
but
not fair.
because I'm trying to help you understand that this is actually a humanitarian issue as well. And what you're suggesting is, as far as I'm concerned, is unchristlike.
You're right. Well, I don't know what it's like, but I think that we got to just look out for our own first. How about the ladies that lost their children?
So we can agree that whatever solution that needs to happen, it needs to address it from a
We need to
human.
get vetted first.
No, it needs to be humanitarian. Thank
Yeah,
you, that boot,
but we
right?
could take care of them so much better on their side than our side.
Well, that's what Kamala Harris tried to do. Did you know that?
No.
She went
What did
over
she do?
there. She went over there and met with country leaders and businesses to try to get at the root cause of the immigration. These countries have been decimated. And a lot of the reason they've been decimated is because of Donald Trump's failed policies when he was in those areas, right? So that they don't want to come into the country. That's what she really did. She was never the border czar.
Yeah,
But you know who told you she was a border czar?
Nobody told me.
No,
Nobody told me.
Trump, Donald
But
Trump
I'm
did.
living it, sir. I'm living it.
Donald Trump
Well,
told you this.
Yeah, but I'm living it. I don't know
So
if you're dealing with it or not, but I am.
I'm
It's not
dealing with
fun.
it. I'm
It's
dealing
not
with it
fun.
too.
It's not
I'm dealing with it. You know what? Believe it or not, Stones,
Where
I
do you
was hit.
live?
I live in California. Could you believe
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
And you know I'm feeling it in the
Yeah.
Bay Area.
Okay.
So you don't have to try to
San
trick.
Francisco area?
Yeah,
Where's it's a
yeah,
shame.
yeah. So for me to be
Rough
in the
down
Bay
there.
Area, listen. For me
What
to
that
be in the
bother
Bay
you?
Area, Stones, are you listening? For
I'm
me to
listening.
be in the Bay, for me to be in the Bay Area and still be
I just want
advocating
to.
for Kamala Harris, that should
Yeah.
say something to you.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know much about her, but I don't know. She flip flops a lot too, though. From what
Okay,
I'm.
so now that I've understood, this is hard
I
for you
don't.
to
The drugs
process.
too. The drugs. I lost a lot of people in them drugs, man. And they were young. They were
But
young.
that's
It
why
was
the border
heartbreaking.
bill. That's why the border bill included legislation to help stop that very thing. And you heard what Donald Trump just said. He says, "I'd rather have no bill than a bad bill." Right? And guess what that means? That's just like saying, "I would rather leave your back door open at night than for me to have the door of my choice."
You know why they came in like that? Because they knew Biden was in there. That's why they came flooding in. Honestly,
No.
I believe so. I believe
Okay. So Stones, I got another thing to talk to you about. And I do this part to everybody, so you don't have to feel like I'm just doing
I
it to
just don't
you.
know why it's got to get.
Can I? Can I?
Yeah,
Do
go
you?
ahead. Yeah, I know you've been. I've been letting you.
Okay. Do you believe a person's character matters?
Yes, I do.
All right. How do you justify supporting for Donald Trump when you know he has been found liable for SAing women? And he hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, right? And P. Diddy. You know what happened to P. Diddy recently, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen all these
that.
photos? Have you seen all these photos with Donald Trump and P. Diddy? And even on The Apprentice, He says P. Diddy is a great guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of that. I wasn't there, so
But let's just say it's true. Let's just say,
okay.
for the sake of TikTok, it's true. Does
Yeah,
that change does that change your opinion
yeah,
about him?
that would, but I don't believe. I mean,
D-
I don't really don't
What
believe.
about the stuff he said about his daughter,
I don't know what he say.
Ivanka?
Ivanka, what the oldest one?
Yeah. What about this?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
You heard what he said?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Let me give it to you again.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter,
You
perhaps I'd
twist
be...
things up too much, man.
Huh?
You just really twist shit up a lot, man.
Wait, you don't gotta curse. But did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I heard him.
What did he say? Because I didn't know if you were listening or
I
over.
heard it. I heard
What did
it.
he say? Could you
If Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he'd be dating her or some shit. I told
Well, you don't. Can
to
you
get
not?
his speaker.
Can you keep it clean though? Can you keep it
I'm
clean?
fine.
Okay.
I don't know
What?
why he's got to get like this, honestly.
You don't know why
Can
Trump
I
gets
ask
like.
you something? Can I ask
You
you
don't.
something?
You don't know
Can I
why. You
ask
don't know
you
why. I forgot to
No,
give
no,
you this
he
one.
doesn't even let nobody talk.
I forgot to give you this one. Can I give you one
All
last?
are the same.
Can I?
Don't let nobody talk.
But I've been so kind to you.
I'm being kind to you too, but a lot of you don't let nobody else say their point, and then you've got to badger the same stuff over and over. It makes no sense.
Can I just do this one last part and then you can come back and tell me
They
what?
say this thing, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
You heard
I
that?
didn't say that.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
That's his voice. That's not AI. So Stones,
Yeah.
you heard what he said. If Ivanka wasn't his daughter, perhaps you heard that part, and then you heard him say that. You've seen him dancing with P. Diddy. You've seen him dancing with Jeffrey. I mean, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, doggone it, we're gonna have to call it a duck. We're a bunch of old fashioned Americans, Stones.
Now,
We're not in. We're
Let me
not.
ask you a question. All that money went to Ukraine. What good was it for? Ukraine's gone.
Wait a second.
Wouldn't that money been used here?
Wait a second. But did you just see what? Did you just see what you just did?
What did I do? What you're doing?
What I did was just showed you who Donald Trump is,
Yeah.
and you said I don't want to see that. I'd rather
No.
talk about
You
Ukraine.
don't want to see nothing about what they did either.
I can talk about Ukraine, but we got to first,
Yeah.
bury the hatchet with this topic.
Yeah. I
What-
mean,
what-
you're beating it. It's like a dead horse.
But
dude.
could you at least condemn Donald Trump for saying those
Yeah,
things?
yeah, I told you he's a terrible speaker. I said it 10 times.
No, it's beyond that. I need
I don't
stronger.
think he stinks before he talks. Sometimes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but those are people he hangs out with, right? He hangs out with
Yeah.
nasty people. So you just can't say Donald Trump. You know
Never
what?
said-
You're
Never
you're a
said
bad
he was
speaker.
bad or anything. Never said that.
I need you to
Good for the
say
country, though.
I need you to say I'm done supporting Donald Trump
No,
because
never say that. Because I just don't. I want a woman president. I really do. I just don't think she's the one.
how about this? What about him being a convicted felon?
I mean, I don't know. What about Biden's son smoking crack in the White House? I don't know. I mean,
But-
and what about, it's a lot of things. It's stupid.
But do you understand? Okay, but remember when
Clinton, he was a convicted.
I think you
wasn't he?
snapped. I think you snapped. I think
didn't
you
snap shit. I didn't snap.
Well,
I
you're
think you beat things too much. How about real issues that's going on in this country? How about
okay. But so the reason that I said you
that?
snapped because you're starting
How
to.
about Americans sleeping on the street and they're getting 5-star hotels?
Can I?
Migrants. How
Can
about
we get
that?
back on topic?
I am on topic.
Okay. The reason I said that you snapped is because I know
Yeah.
what I just said to you.
It don't bother me.
No, it bothered you to the point
really
where
don't.
where now you
Terrible
because
speaker. I said that from the start.
well here's the thing though, you know Joe Biden and Hunter Biden aren't running to be president, so that's
Yeah,
a
no, he
mute
was just
that's
in
a
there.
that's a mute point.
Yeah, but he was in there, and he wasn't qualified from the start.
Who?
Biden was never qualified.
We
I don't
voted
think
for
he was.
him. We
No,
voted
but
for
they-
him.
oh, come on.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Did Donald Trump get impeached?
No. Did he? I don't think so.
All right, Stones. I didn't want to do this to you,
Yeah, but listen, I don't care.
you know what you
You
said.
don't
You
want
know
to listen to
you know what
nothing.
you said. You know what you
don't
said.
want to listen to anything anybody says. You want to hear what you want to say.
Jesus
And that's
Christ. So I had to hit the mute button, Stone, because you're not. I didn't want to do this, right? I didn't want to toss you in the lake of fire. I felt like you came up here in good faith. You said, Zeus, I go around TikTok and all these Democrats, they don't let me say what I need to say. They're just so rude. I believe I've given you so many opportunities to actually have a regular conversation where I was on my best behavior. I didn't even throw out a lot of the things that I could do because I got a lot of things that I could say in between a lot of the stuff. And I was just really trying to have an honest conversation with you to help you understand why we don't want Donald Trump ever again in the White House. Everything that I've thrown to you in terms of facts and truth, you've rejected. You've just downright rejected, and then you've pivoted to talking about Barack Obama, President Biden, his son Hunter Biden, and you're just not capable of processing the information about your cult leader. Am I right, Stones? Stones, let me hit the unmute on you real quick. Am I right? You can't handle the truth about Donald Trump, right? And I want to make sure I get this right because the lake of fire is waiting for you. Stone, all you have to do is hit unmute, Stone. Stones, and I can't even say her last name, but it's a nasty name. It means nude. All right. Stones, okay, you're there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Means nude.
You don't let
Oh, you got an echo.
Okay, you're there? You don't let nobody speak. You cut everybody off every other word.
Unfortunately, Stone, you have an echo. And so what I'm going to do is help you. All right, you're possessed with the MAGA demon, Stone, and the truth is not in you. And your soul is on the line. You're on your way to hell, Stone, because guess what? You've chose to worship Donald Trump and not the good Lord. So what I'm going to do, Stone, I think you're a great person, but when you're possessed with that MAGA demon, unfortunately, you're not so great. You're possessed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's toss Stone into the lake of fire. All right, now I'm warming it up. All right, it's getting a little warm. I think it's right there. I think it's ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Stone a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
All right, Stone. You got to do better. You really do. You Trump supporters, you have to do better. For the record, Donald Trump was president for 4 years. All right? During his administration, he managed to do something very incredible. He got impeached twice. All right? And he led an insurrection against the United States government. And he mismanaged a pandemic that caused millions of Americans to suffer, including children. Children had to do their schooling at home. So when you get in my box and you say, well, I don't have any clue about the impeachment. I don't know why he was impeached. Oh, life was so much better under Donald Trump. Yeah, my eggs. We all look at you and say, clearly you're either lying or you're possessed with the MAGA demon. Both of them mean you're possessed. Because if you were here in the United States of America during the pandemic, you know this guy was terrible for the country. I can't believe this. And if you claim you're a Christian, stop picking on migrants. Stop picking on people, period. And start taking a little bit of accountability. All right, now put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. and you're ready to really do the work to get out of that cult, put a one in the chat. Oh, Taylor girl, too bad. Taylor girl, go get your regular account. This one cannot accept guest requests. Donald Trump did say he wanted to be a dictator. Y'all don't have a problem with that. You know what y'all like to do? Y'all like to go to his rallies and y'all like to let him soothe you with his lies. I listened to his rally yesterday. I said only a knucklehead, a person possessed, would actually take time out of their day to go listen to this man lie to them for over 96 minutes. Not 1 ounce of truth in anything Donald Trump has said. And then when you all find out he's lying, guess what y'all do? Y'all do what these people who go and target him start to do. Oh, I can't believe I've invested all of my money and time. I've given him my life savings, and now I found out Donald Trump's a liar. Yeah, we've been telling you that. Stop twisting yourselves up into pretzels for a man that you know doesn't give a darn about you. What does Donald Trump know about you in Pennsylvania? What does he know about your life? Nothing. Thank you, Shay. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right, we need to really finish these conversations. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a MAGA, you're a Trump supporter, and you love Donald Trump's dirty diaper. You want to put your face all in his dirty diaper. All right, we can have this conversation if you don't mind. All right. I hope that, I don't know, but I saw you press a 1. I'm just going for the first person that I see.
I'd rather put my face in his dirty diaper than to put my face in a motherfucking liar that's going to destroy America. Republicans were freed. The Republicans freed the slaves, black man. You need to go back and do your research and stop sounding stupid on this app and misleading people, because Donald Trump is...
I got to put mute on her. Ma'am, I don't know if you know how I run the show.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
No, I just don't like people cursing.
You can't handle the truth.
I don't like people cursing.
You can't handle the truth.
I don't like people cursing on my show. All right, but you can say whatever you need to say.
Black man, that's your problem. You can't handle the truth, and you sitting up here sounding like you don't have an IQ, because everything this woman stands for goes...
I got to mute this lady. She's...
stands for... I don't believe in unaliving children.
Leave her. What the fuck are you talking? Leave her there. This is who I wanted to get in my box.
Trump for president. You guys have... You took the... If you take...
Ooh. This is a strong demon. This is a strong demon. Yeah. Get it on out. Get on out there. Somebody go to her house and check on her, because she's hyperventilating. In about 3 minutes, she's going to be panting and breathing. You ever seen the National Geographic when those animals run like a cheetah? It runs for like 3 minutes straight and then it gets tired. Yeah. We gonna let that cook. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sir.
Woo! You ready to talk?
Support his lie for misinformation.
All right.
Support everybody.
Okay. Now here.
The supporters, man.
Yeah. She crazy. She wild. There you go. And you tell them you just told Zeus. You finally got him. Now you can go eat your breakfast, whatever you eat. What do you eat? Kibbles and bits, perhaps? I don't know. Shout out to Kibbles and Bits. All right, you did a great job getting that lady worked up. Yeah, could you imagine? Now that's a good example. Could you imagine living with that MAGA demon? Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to live with that lady, that MAGA possessed individual. Put a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah, I'm going to toss her special behind into the lake of fire in just a quick second, but put a 1 in the chat. Oh, okay, we got a couple of people out there who love that energy. Well, listen up, man. I got to do this for you. You're possessed with the MAGA demon. It's clear the truth isn't in you. You look in the mirror every day and you hate the person you see, and I don't blame you. All right. But I have nothing to do with that. That's your bad. You get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm going to do is help that MAGA demon. I think you might be a great person, But you know what? She got more than one demon. She has what the Bible refers to as a legion. A legion, right? She has a legion of demons inside of her. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and help her get rid of them. Let's toss that previous guest into the lake of fire. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give her a huge round of boos of
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Go ahead. You come back now. I didn't block you, but you got to calm down. Donald Trump would love, you love Donald Trump more than Donald Trump loves Donald Trump. Sick. All right, and I see some people getting triggered in my chat right now because of the way that I'm running my live. I told you guys, I'm Zeus. I'm Triple H, honest, humble, and handsome. And if you didn't hear it at the top of the show, let me remind you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right? Now go eat your kibbles and bits, all right? And stay off TikTok. I've told you before, you go do that over there in someone else's live, but you come up in here, try to act like you run things, gonna be the worst experience of your life. All right. Now let's try this again. Put a 1 in the chat if you support Donald Trump and you want to have the conversation. All right. Oh, I see. It's nothing for me to silence a MAGA demon. In case you didn't know, it's nothing for me. I don't lose any sleep. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sleep good tonight, knowing I just did that. Who do we have? Monique. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. How are you? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay. What part of the country?
Jersey.
Jersey. Did you see that previous guest?
Yes.
Do you know them?
No.
What would you say is your assessment of that person? Is that a good example of MAGA?
Passionate with a foul mouth.
Is that a good example of MAGA in your opinion?
No.
Okay, great. All right. So, what brings you to the show? You know what I'm doing. I'm trying to help folks get out of the cult, right? And I do call it a cult because there's just no real clear answer. I don't know why people still support somebody they know is basically morally bankrupt and a terrible example of a leader. Why would you still support them? And please let's not talk about President Biden and Hunter Biden.
Okay.
Because that's what I know a lot of y'all
I'm not
like
going
to
to talk
do.
about Biden. I'm not going to talk about Biden.
Thank you.
Kamala.
Kamala?
Okay. She has an answer.
Monique. Okay, your
Answer the
signal went
question.
out. Oh, Kamala? She was just I just seen a video.
She doesn't answer.
What happened? Your signal. Monique. Come on back, Monique. Monique.
Question. She doesn't come forward with.
Monique, can you hear me?
I don't know.
Yeah, your signal. I see a bunch of red bars. Okay, there's a lot of red bars, and so what you were saying, it went in and out.
How about
Can't
now?
hear it. All right, the red bars are gone, so I think that might be better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. So you said something about Kamala. Does it answer questions?
Right.
Okay. Is there any other reason you're not going to support her?
The reason that I'm supporting Trump is one, better border control, a better economy, no new wars. Maybe he can end what's going on right now.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
Do you trust Donald Trump to tell the truth about everything he's saying in his campaigns? Do you think he's telling you the truth? Honestly.
I don't trust any president.
But were you here when Donald Trump was president?
I was.
Did he keep any of his promises that you can think of?
He did.
Which
Border
one?
control.
If it was fixed, then it wouldn't be an issue now.
The economy.
If it was fixed, it wouldn't be an issue now.
Well, the economy went to hell under Biden.
No, it's actually Donald Trump. Haven't you seen my January 6th special? You know what I do? What I do is show people why Donald Trump didn't get reelected, right? And you know, unemployment was through the roof in his last year in office because of the pandemic. So it started with him. He's the one who printed those checks and gave it to millions of Americans. He tried to turn this into a socialist country. He had the checks signed with his name. You remember those pandemic checks?
Yes.
Do you remember all the bodies that were piling up?
Yes.
Do you remember all of his lies? Like he said it would be gone by summer and it never was?
Not just here. The bodies piled up worldwide. It's not like we're the only ones that had bodies piling up.
I get it, but he lied.
Did anybody tell the truth? I mean, China hid it from their people.
But so
everybody was hiding it.
But
nobody
Monique
knew what it would be.
Monique, he went into Bob Woodward and he said, I don't want the American people to know because if they know something along the lines of it'll ruin my chances of getting reelected and I don't want them to panic. So he goes to a person that's writing a book and tells them the truth. But for common folks like you and I, we got to be spoon-fed his lies so he could get reelected. He literally set it all up so that when he lost, he could get the anger that his supporters had, he could galvanize it and use it to attack the United States government. He said he was going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it, but he didn't. He said he was going to get infrastructure. Remember every week, infrastructure week. He never did it. He spent all his time arguing on Twitter. You don't remember this? Giving Russia our secrets.
This country will go to hell.
What?
Come on.
So we got to go to hell with you. Because to be quite honest, if you think about it, it doesn't matter who wins. The earth is still going to be here, right?
It will.
So why do you think Donald Trump saying the stuff he says really makes sense? If Kamala wins, it'll be a 1929 style depression. Oh, so you're trying to tell me Kamala Harris was responsible for the depression in 1929? She wasn't even born. Who thinks like that? That sounds like a controlling, manipulating boyfriend. You ever had one of those? If you leave me,
I don't deal with people like that.
But that's how he talks. It's an abusive relationship that he has with his followers. Y'all put Donald Trump into these situations. Y'all put Donald Trump into these situations, and he puts you guys into these situations, and both of y'all need to stop it. So why does the world have to end because Donald Trump isn't president? That doesn't even make sense.
Why don't Democrats realize the fact that Kamala was shoved down your throat?
I thought it was Kamala. Or Vice President Harris. I mean, don't you think it's important for people to put a little respect on their names?
How do you say it?
Kamala. They're putting it in the chat. And I don't think you're being malicious intentionally, because I know a lot of people that say it the way you say it, and I used to say it that way. But what we try to do is put a little respect on people's names around here, if you know what I mean. She's a woman, and a woman of color especially, and it's hard to get respect when you have that kind of an intersection going on in this country, if you know what I mean. So I got to be more intentional about it, and that's why I do it the way that I do it. Because whether or not she wins, I still think it's important that people actually respect women, don't you?
So where is it that women aren't getting respected?
Well, first of all, the way that they go after Kamala Harris, I've seen it on Fox News. All right. The way they got a double standard against her. All right. They're basically trying to say she was supposed to do all these other things as a vice president. And it's all these other things no other vice president has had to do. The president runs the country. And I would say for her to be still having to report to President Biden, right? She still has to report to him in a way because he's right.
Do we honestly believe that anybody is reporting anything to Biden right now.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to make fun of the man. Listen, my own father, okay, had dementia. I will never make fun of someone because nature has taken their mind. I don't believe it's right. I believe it's a fucking cruel thing.
Well, can you not curse? Because you know my mom likes to listen to this show, and I gotta keep it clean for her and my grandma. If you know what I'm saying, they like hearing what I got to say or what you got to say, but they, son, could you keep it clean? That's what they say to me.
I don't believe that he has the capacity to be reported to right now. So who is running this country?
Let me ask you this question: does this person have capacity to be reported to?
Insane asylums.
Hold on.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble. No, these are real stories. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lamb. He's a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner.
Where you put that at in your world of like people in their minds and people not in their mind? Where you put that at?
You know what? He speaks his mind. He says what's on his mind.
But if that's what's on your mind as president of the United States, we got a huge problem, Houston.
Well, why? Because a lot of people think things but don't say things. So there's a lot of things that people
But if listen,
he's using analogies and maybe he's dramatic with it, but
how about this?
Because of MIT, my relationship to MIT, very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Did you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted?
Well, you had enough?
So wait, no. What I'm asking you to hold on a second because you're sitting there, okay, armed with recordings, but I'm not sitting here armed with recordings. So as much as you can make Donald Trump sound like something, I don't have the recordings to shoot back at you on Kamala.
So based up
to even like kind of.
But I'm not asking you to do that. I would, if you got any recordings, by all means, please bring them. All right. But I'm not asking you to do anything but tell me if this sounds like a person that's in their right mind or not, because for some strange reason, you gave me the impression that you don't believe Joe Biden is in his right mind. And I don't know where you're getting that from. Right.
Wow.
But I will say, I will agree with you. President Biden is up there in age and he's not as fast as he used to be in terms of when he responds. But is he coherent? Absolutely. I've never heard him rambling about sharks and batteries. I've never heard Joe Biden rambling about Hannibal Lecter. I've never heard him.
This is really like you have, and I think this is the way it is. You have your opinion, and the people who support Trump have their opinion. And we need to respect each other. But
did you answer my question though? I just don't think I'm getting answers from you. And this is the one thing.
Just the fact that you could tell me that you think Biden is in control makes me realize that no, you have no idea.
You don't think President Biden is capable of being able to walk on his own? You don't think President Biden is able to talk to people and make connections happen when you don't expect it? For instance, I actually saw him on video talking to a Trump supporter and put on Donald Trump's hat. Did you see that?
No.
And he was able to do it in a joking way. The man's present. And I would say this. He didn't want to get out. For instance, initially, he didn't want to get out because he knew, he felt very passionately, but a thinking individual, he came to the conclusion, you know what? If it unites the Democrat Party and it unites this country, I'm coherent enough to make the right call. And that's what he did. He wasn't selfish about it. He didn't go around saying the DOJ was rigged. He didn't go around saying the election was rigged. He didn't do any of that. He just gracefully stepped down, and he did it in accordance to policy and procedure.
But they knew that he was going to step down, and they knew they were going to put her in. And what they did to the Democrats was they took away your ability to choose your own Democratic nominee, because you guys as a whole did not pick her.
Monique,
she wasn't picked, she was
Monique, I'll say this to you, right? I always say to people that are MAGA, that are concerned about whether or not my vote counted, you got to mind your business, all right? This is Democrat business, number one. I don't have a problem with the policy and procedures that went down in terms of helping her become the actual Democratic nominee. I don't have a problem with it. My vote was to her and Joe Biden. You get what I'm saying? From the very beginning, it went to her and Joe Biden. And if the president of the United States felt it was in the United States' best interest to not go run for a second term and to let Kamala run, I trust his judgment. That's, to me, that's going to make President Biden go down in American history at the level of George Washington. He's going to go down in American history as probably the one closest to George Washington. There's a lot of legislation that him and Kamala Harris got passed. And get this, they did it after Donald Trump's term, where Donald Trump had this country on its knees because of his failed leadership. Can you believe this, Monique? Joe Biden never got impeached. Can you believe this? We were promised that dirt on President Biden. We were promised it by real Republicans, James Comer and Jim Jordan, and they never, ever produced any evidence of it. Could you believe that? No indictments.
As a registered Democrat.
You're a registered Democrat?
Yes, I am. And I always voted Democrat up until now.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
I feel that I was cheated out of picking who my Democratic nominee would be.
But it was according to policy and procedure.
Democrat if it wasn't her.
So, ma'am, you want to put, because you feel that way, was there any law broken?
No, but see,
okay.
Not realizing they got cheated.
No, Monique.
Because Trump had to go up against all the Republicans, and he had to win the nomination, but she just got placed there.
Monique, can I ask you a serious question? At what point should Batman let the Joker run the Batcave? At what point?
Well, the Joker is Kamala.
No, it's Donald Trump, the one that has been convicted. You know Donald Trump has been convicted, right?
And so you honestly,
no,
with all your belief, think that she will do what's right for this country.
Absolutely, 110%.
And
and you know it too.
That's
because what we've already confirmed is Donald Trump talks like an abusive boyfriend, right? If you don't do what I say, danger's coming. Okay, now you gotta go because I hear you getting into the car. All right. Now I hope this conversation at least helps you do the right thing going forward. All right, Monique.
Goodbye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to take care of some real official business, ladies and gentlemen. Monique, she said she was a registered Democrat after all of that. I don't buy it. But if you are somewhere along the way, you've eaten that forbidden fruit, and now you're a prime candidate for hell. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Monique is in a lot of trouble unless she gets out of that cult today. All right, and so Monique, you sound like a very great person. All right. But unfortunately, when you're possessed with the MAGA demon, you're not so great. You do terrible things like endorse a criminal, a convicted felon, all right, a man who's SA'd women, all right, hung out with P. Diddy, Jeffrey E., all right, and you continue to blame Kamala Harris for things she had no control over and ignore all of her good qualities, her qualities, and President Biden's. You want to say President Biden is out of his mind and ignore the reality that Donald Trump has clearly lost his. Unfortunately, Monique, I got to toss you into the lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Monique a huge round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
And that's basically where I'm going to put that. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. We got to bring up somebody else to help put all of that in perspective. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, my good friend Nutty Professor. Good morning. Hopefully your Wi-Fi works. Good morning, Nutty. How are you?
Zeus. Monique, you a damn lie. That's it. She's a damn lie. I love it. I love it when you have these conversations with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get to the thesis of the conversation, and then they drop what they think is going to be an atomic explosion on you. Yeah, I'm a registered Democrat. The devil is a lie. You
didn't buy that?
Nobody. You are not fooling nobody, Monique. Now you are a registered devil. Now we'll believe that. We will absolutely believe that. A registered Democrat voting for Donald Trump, saying that Kamala was installed. How dumb do you think we are? We are not Republicans. So when Donald Trump was talking about he loves the uneducated, he wasn't talking about Democrats. He was talking about you fools, because he did state if he were to ever run for president again, he would do it as a Republican because they're dumb. Those were his words, ma'am. And he is proving on a daily basis that he was correct.
Wow.
Y'all are the dumbest, the most uneducated pieces of cockeye out there.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I woke up this morning and I choose violence.
You do?
Yeah, I choose violence because one thing that I'm sick of, we keep saying how sick of the devil we is, but we keep playing around with him. So now my mission is to destroy him. That is my mission, to destroy him.
Wow.
I just told the people over in Angie's Live that it's going to get crazier from here on out until the election. And then after the election, the United States is going to be inundated with floods all around the country because of the MAGA tears.
You think so?
After that beautiful black and Asian woman that you have behind you?
Yeah.
When she wins the presidency of the United States of America. And then on January the 20th at 12:01 p.m.
Wow.
of January 20th to 2025, when she's installed, when she puts her hand on the Bible, on the Game of Thrones book, whatever she decides to put her hand on, and swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of these United States of America from all enemies, foreign and Donald Trump, so help her God.
Yeah.
They are really going to lose their everlasting tail-spinning minds. Because now, instead of calling her Madam Elect, now you have to call her Madam President. And she's going to be your president.
Amen. You hear that, Monique? Do better.
So, Monique, get your cruise ship ready because a lifeboat is not going to be enough because these maggoteers are going to be coming. Y'all better get ready to jump on the cruise ship because there's going to be a wave of blue tears going all the way to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Donald Trump was fired. We fired him because of his incompetence, because of his dereliction of duty.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't care about that.
They don't.
So
They
Monique,
like being they like being lied to. All right. They like going down on a sinking ship. All right. And there's just there's no bottom when it comes to how bankrupt a person can be. I've never seen anything like this. And then to get out here and say you were a registered Democrat, I don't buy it.
well, so Zeus, I respect you and I respect your life because I know Mama's watching. All right. So I'm gonna speak around the bush here. So let's take the fruit, a banana.
Mm-hmm.
We know what a banana will symbolize in this case.
Right.
The male anatomical part. So Monique, take a banana and choke on it. All right?
All right.
But take a really small one because you're choking on Donald Trump.
Lord have mercy. Lord
And before I go, you got and Zeus, please forgive me, yell at me later for saying this.
Mm-hmm.
But Marcellus Williams, you got 1,000 people in here. Y'all, please go to Twitter and inundate Mike Parsons' Twitter. He's the governor of misery. To commute this man's sentence. He's sentenced to be unalived today at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for a crime that he did not commit. DNA evidence has shown that he did not commit the crime, and the state of misery is still trying to put him to unalivement.
Wow.
So it is in the hands of the Supreme Court now. Obviously, we don't have faith in the Supreme Court because Missouri sits in the 8th Circuit, which the 8th Circuit is under the auspices of Brett Kavanaugh. So we need a miracle to save this man's life. Y'all, please go to Twitter and go to Mike Parsons' Twitter handle because he's turned off his phones. The Missouri State Supreme Court has already said no. And Mike Parsons is not giving him clemency. But he's still here. We can still fix this because once 6 o'clock comes and they do what they're planning on doing, it can no longer be fixed.
Wow.
So y'all let our voice be heard. TikTok is a powerful tool. Let's use it for power instead of evil. Zeus, thank you for this platform, man. And
you're welcome.
I will get out of here.
All right, you're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend, Nutty Professor. No lies detected. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing since sliced bread. Please put a 1 in the chat. All right, we don't got all morning. No. See, that's how you went. That's where you went wrong. All right, that's where you went wrong. Somebody said something. Let's see. Somebody said something about what? Let's see. I noticed you only talk to people. Roger, come on up here, Roger. Roger, you must not know who I am. Come on up here. You want to sit here and say I only talk to people that agree with me? You must not have seen the previous 2 guests. What I want to do is talk to folks who are not in the cult, all right? Who want to get out of the cult, I should say. All right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. All right, since there's no Trump supporter willing to step up, let's go ahead and hear from my good friend. Oh, look at that.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Roger, what are you doing?
Working, of course.
You got a lot of noise in the background and an echo.
Yeah, he's got an echo.
I don't know. I don't have any echoes here.
You have an echo. Maybe you can send another request, Roger, but you got a nasty echo. All right, and quiet that background down. I want to get at you and ask you, what do you mean I only talk to people who agree with me? Hi, Shay. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning, Zeus. Good morning, Kingdom. How's everybody?
Good morning.
I tell you, even Tulsi Gabbard today admitted that Kamala Harris is winning this election. That's fascinating. But you know why she says she's winning this election?
Why? Why do they say that?
Because of the positive media coverage on her. That's
Let's go.
why.
Let's go.
That's why.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are walking down MAGA every morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do.
Yeah, but you know what's funny but the media is corrupt. That's why, only why, but not because he says he wants to put serial numbers on the mass deportation of immigrants that he's going to mass deport.
Thank you.
So we're talking serial numbers now. Remind you of anything? I'm wondering if they're going to tattoo them like they did in the Schmolocast. I'm just curious. That that he's best friends with Hannibal Lecter. That's a fictional character. That he's obsessed with the fact that Kamala Harris worked at McDonald's, and so he can't get that off his mind.
I heard that. He said that at his rally. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
Oh yeah. What did he say? Go ahead.
Let's see. This is what he said at his rally yesterday. Let's see if we can get it.
Okay.
Let's get. Okay, hold on.
About her experience. Remember this. For a long time, she's been talking about her experience at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's over the French fries. It was so hot. I think I'm going to go to a McDonald's next week someplace. I'm going to go. Might not be here in your place. I'm going to go to a McDonald's and I'm going to work the French fry job for about a half an hour. I want to see how it is. But she said she worked since she grew up in terrible conditions. She worked at McDonald's. It was such. She never worked there. And these fake news reporters will never report it. They don't want to report it because they're fake. They're fake. They don't want to report it. She never worked at McDonald's, but it was a big part of her resume. They went to the different places. Did she work here? Did she work here? Did she work here? She said, we don't know who the hell she is. Leave us alone. We're making hamburgers.
Wow.
Just sad.
Yeah. Do you think that McDonald's are going to keep a 40-year record of their part-time employees? I'm just curious. I mean, what does she accomplish by possibly lying about that? Like, there's no need to do that. In the obsession that he has. I'd love to see him work the French fry counter for
the grease popping on his face, the grease popping on the face, the orange slime coming off. I mean, seriously.
Grease pops all over that red stupid silk tie he wears.
That's his only gripe with her. Oh, she didn't work at McDonald's. Seriously?
McDonald's. I mean, this is, you want this guy, right, in charge of our government. You want this unhinged lunatic in charge of our government.
Did you hear Monique asking, do we think Kamala could really report to Joe Biden because Joe Biden isn't coherent? Did you see that? Did you hear that exchange?
I did. Yeah.
But when we show them this is who Donald Trump is, what is he talking about? Hannibal Lecter, sharks and batteries, getting a cheeseburger and a Big Mac at McDonald's? Yeah. Oh, he just says what's on his mind.
Okay, that's on his mind, and you still want him in charge of our government? Like, really? Do you realize what you say that comes out of your mouth? It's the ridiculousness for you. But all it is they don't care what he says, right? They like his rhetoric against immigrants. They like his supposed tough stance against, all these people in the world. I mean, that's all it is. They're misogynist. They have internal misogyny, especially if it's women. They like all the xenophobia. They like the racism. They're okay with it. Even if they don't like it, they're okay with it. Like, we had someone on Angie's Live, and we're talking about the whole thing in Ohio and how dangerous that rhetoric is, and that those people were sent there under him. He knows why the Haitians are there. He put them there. He knows those Haitians are legal. He approved that.
Oh!
He knows all of it.
Oh!
Right? But yet he is appealing because he's losing so much Republican support. He's doubling down on the white supremacy.
That's all he has.
The Jews and said, it's your fault if I lose. He literally said that to a a meeting of the Jewish people. He said, it's your fault if I lose. Sound like somebody? Again, squaring away at a set of people that have been blamed for all the world's problems and were unalived in gas chambers for
Thank
that
you, Lady
same
Rima.
rhetoric. He's dangerous as heck, Shelley. He's dangerous. But you guys won't wake up because you're on some other type of agenda that you think this country needs to be on. He's America first. What does that even mean? It doesn't make any sense.
America first means Trump first in his mind. I mean, he has to sell. He has to sell America first in order to line his pockets. You know.
Yeah.
You heard about Melania getting $237,000 at a speaking engagement. Did you hear about this?
I did.
Who is paying Melania to show up at a log cabin? And I'm like, why is it got to be a log cabin, right? But what are you paying her $237,000 for?
That's what I want to know. And where is she? Why is she not with him at all on any of the campaigns, in any of the trials, and any of the anything? She's nowhere to be found. And again, you want that couple back in the White House that don't love each other? They have nothing. All they want to do is take from the American people. I don't even. They're not together. It's absolutely ridiculous. She can speak English. We're not going to talk about accents. That's okay.
Do you know who Grinch 1968 is?
Mm-mm.
This knucklehead is insisting that we bring him up.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Grinch. See, every now and then I have to. Okay, what do you? Oh, Grinch.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're trying to turn your camera on? Are you trying to turn your camera on?
No, I just had to move a couple things. All right.
Why are you
insisting?
Why are you insisting on speaking to us?
No, I hear what you're talking about, and I want to ask you a couple questions.
Go for it.
If that's okay.
Are you gonna be truthful as well?
Oh yeah.
Because you know what, Grinch? I'm gonna be honest with you,
truthful.
Grinch. I'm getting so just let me talk. If we ask you questions back, I do not want
answer my first question then.
What is your first question?
If that's the case, all right. Then let me talk. Okay. Do you remember when Trump was president for 3 years? What was going on? What was he being investigated for his first 3 years?
3 years. What was going on?
There's an echo.
Okay. What was the first 3 years of Trump's presidency being investigated for?
Do you? Oh, you mean the Russia investigation?
All right. How did that work out? I'm just asking. How did that work out?
Well, he had Bill Barr come into the DOJ with a broom and a dustpan and basically cover for him. But I do believe a few people. Didn't Paul Manafort get indicted and put in prison?
No, wait a minute. There was factual evidence that Trump colluded with Russia. Where is that?
Did his campaign Grinch?
No, wait a minute. It was no. That's the question I'm asking.
I just answered it.
No, you didn't.
You're crashing out.
It was proven there was collusion within his administration, sir. Why all the indictments? 34 indictments came out of the Mueller report. Grinch, don't overtalk me.
It's already been proven.
34 indictments came out of the Mueller report for colluding with Russia.
Clinton paid for it.
Having deals. Look up Manafort.
Was proven.
Grinch, get back on your tractor and finish cutting that grass, Grinch.
Hillary Clinton.
We're gonna go ahead. See, Grinch doesn't know how to listen.
Yeah, we know where you're going.
Yeah. We're not gonna let that conspiracy promoting knucklehead on our live and spread misinformation like that. Grinch, when we're telling you to silence that MAGA demon, we really mean it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Grinch into the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of boos and shades. Hi, Grinch. Worse than Snuggles.
Silence, you MAGA.
Hey, Monique, at least you were able to have the conversation. The previous guests, they don't even listen. They can't even control their mouth. If you can't control your mouth, why should I listen to you? Sorry, Shay.
Oh no, please, no. You know, he hasn't read the Mueller report. He just believes what he's being told from his right wing media. Just like, there's nothing. You know, it was John McCain that actually bought the Steele dossier. It was the Republicans that actually did that. They were doing investigations, research on opponents. That happens in politics. Is it right? Probably not.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get a lot of real decent people that run for office, because they don't want their whole lives laid out and they don't want to be research. It's called opposition research. So the Steele dossier was actually paid for by the Republican Party. That's a fact. Okay. Hillary Clinton, of course, obtained some of it. Why? Because she was running against Trump. That's a fact. You don't think that they do all this stupid stuff? Y'all literally think that she bleached her hard drives because you don't understand anything that's being told to you. You literally believe the ridiculousness about Hillary Clinton and what happened with her emails. You believe that stuff because you haven't read any of it, right? So that's what happens in politics, whether we like it or not, right? But the Mueller report absolutely lays out that many people in his administration were absolutely welcoming and accepting support and help with the Russians.
Wasn't Don Jr. as well? Weren't they all meeting? And I believe when we spoke with Michael Cohen touched on that a little bit. There was the invitation. Russia, if you're listening, remember that? I remember he said something like that, right? Find me those emails. So don't get in here and start trying to say because Trump wasn't indicted that nothing happened. No, a lot of people went to jail behind that.
A lot of people. And then he pardoned them all, if you remember that.
I do.
One of them. Yeah. So no, there was a lot of stuff going on in that, but that's not why he was impeached. He was impeached for, bribing Zelensky to get dirt on his political opponent because he knew he was going to lose to Joe Biden, which he did.
Thank you, Sandy.
And then he got impeached for January 6th. That's a fact. And he's under indictment for January 6th.
Amen.
So there's a lot that you guys are not willing to look at because I understand it's like buying a used car and then the engine doesn't start and you're so upset that you blame the guy that sold you the car, right? That you don't understand. You should be blaming yourself. You should have taken it to a mechanic. You should have done your investigations. You should have done everything you could before you bought that car, but you didn't because you believed in the used car salesman telling you it's the best deal on the planet. But you get mad at them, not at yourself. And that's what happens when these elections happen. You refuse to believe that you've been duped. You refuse to believe that you've been lied to because that's you admitting that you're ignorant.
Amen.
And that's the problem. Y'all just keep doubling down because you won't let it go. It's like a bulldog on the end of a towel. At some point, you need to let it go. Over 700 prominent Republicans are now backing Kamala Harris.
Thank you. You hear that, MAGA? It's over. It really is.
Do you think these Republicans are now Democrats? No. Do you think Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney are Democrats?
No.
What they're doing is they're saying that this guy is tearing apart the Republican Party. We are not going to support that. We need him out, and we will rebuild our Republican Party.
That's
what they're saying to their vote to Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
You need to wake up. She's going to win. Don't sit there and start crying. Oh, it was this. It's the media. Stop blaming everybody else and blame Donald Trump. Blame the people around him. Blame the people, the sycophants that just want the money he's going to bring in for them. Blame them, not anybody else. He's the one. Nobody's making. He's not. Is he a puppet? Because he's either being attacked by the media or he's a freaking puppet. He's being forced to say these ridiculous things about cats and dogs and sharks and batteries and Hannibal Lecter and serial numbers on immigrants and working French fry counter at McDonald's. I mean, come on. When is he going to talk about any policy or his concepts of a policy?
Ooh, y'all see what you did? Well, listen, Shay, I got to move it on. All right, my good friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. Donald Trump is promoting Project 2025, and you know it, which is the end of our democracy if you really think about it. All right, now let's go back. Put a one in the chat real quickly if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for America since sliced bread. Hurry up, we don't got all day. We don't got all morning, all right? I got to do my part and then get up out of here. All right, I see two. Put a one in the chat, please, if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for America since sliced bread, all right? The American people want to hear from you. We want to know. Not you, Chris. Chris, you need to get... Chris is back, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the chat and the white sheets, all right? He's in the white sheets on the prowl. Chris, ooh, you a wild brother. Lord have mercy. Good morning, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hey, Carol.
He is also the Republican representative.
Carol.
The United Nations.
Carol, is that Fox News, Carol, in the background? We can hear it.
Absolutely. We don't know what
Carol. Carol, you don't want us to know you're listening to Fox News, huh?
was not strong considering the
Are you there, Carol?
Work it actually. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I do hear you. You're a Trump supporter?
It's the first time I've ever been up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're a Trump supporter?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Lord. Why is the TV so loud back there? Are you watching Fox?
Yeah.
Oh.
As I'm watching TikTok.
Well,
Did you watch the United Nations today?
I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's amazing.
He did good. I mean, Biden did good. He didn't go to sleep or anything. But
that's out. That's harsh. That's harsh, Carol. That's harsh. That's harsh. But you know what? It's an honor. It's an honor to know that you're in the house watching Fox News and Zeus. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
Now,
just listening to you people that I shake my head. I guess you didn't live in the United States the last 4 years.
Would it be too much to ask you to kind of turn the volume down?
I can't imagine anybody voting for the Democrats. I really can't.
Carol,
I really can't. I know my pocketbook is dry because of them.
Carol, can I ask you?
I know businesses have closed because of them.
But
all you have to do is walk through them all.
Oh, here she goes.
Because of them.
But Carol, can I ask you to do me a favor?
This is how the government works. Let me explain to everyone.
Carol,
there's lobbyists that promote their businesses or their
Carol.
You want to be the only one to speak? Go right ahead.
I was just asking if you could turn your TV down.
Oh, okay.
We can hear it. I can't hear you.
Can you hear it now?
It's still. I can still hear it. You can turn it all. You can just hit. There's a feature called mute. There you go.
You could. Okay.
Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it because I could. None of us could hear what you were saying with Fox blasting.
I'm very sorry.
All right, so let's get this going. What part of the country are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Okay, shout out to Massachusetts. Whew. All right. So, Carol. Now, what were you? You said President Biden is doing a great job this morning, huh?
Well, he just spoke. He did okay.
Okay. And you believe
they must have him on speed today.
Okay. No. I don't want you to. Don't put that on our president. He's doing a great job standing up for everyday American.
Yeah, sure is.
Okay. Are you married? Are you married or anything like that?
Yes, I am.
Your husband, is he a Trump supporter?
Absolutely. We all are.
Okay. So how do you're a Christian too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold on. How do you justify supporting Donald Trump when you know that this guy isn't a Christian at all? As a matter of fact, he's a spawn of Satan.
I don't believe it.
You don't?
I think that's all democratically induced. If anything, he's preached Jesus and God ever since he's been running. That's all I hear. They should put God back in the schools, which I agree with.
Okay. So
I think that's what the problem with the United States is.
Can I ask a question then? Do you know about the Stormy Daniels situation? Because I want you
democratically induced. Okay, so he was single. It was about 10 years ago. Nothing to do with. I'm not asking to marry the guy.
What if
everyone in here? I'm not even going to date him.
What if he wasn't single? What if he wasn't
saying?
What if he wasn't single?
Let me talk.
But you lied. He wasn't single. He was married.
We could ever have back.
He was
because of his
married.
business skills, and he's not selfish like the Democrats are.
But
That's all I'm
Carol,
saying.
Carol, he was married when he did that with
Who
Stormy.
cares? I don't care. I'm not marrying him. I want a president. I want
that's
somebody that I feel
adultery.
safe with, that
That's
can talk to
adultery.
other countries.
That's
Instead
adultery.
of, okay, send your kids, your grandchildren overseas to kill other people, and they'll wind up dead also. So if that's what you want, vote Democrat. That's all I'm saying.
Carol, but I want you to just tell the truth. He was
I am.
married. He was
I
married.
am. I don't get. I
He was
don't.
married.
Do
It was
you
adultery.
understand me?
Derek
Morally,
Adams, thank
I
you
don't
for the
give a
subscription.
shit what he did.
Whoa, Carol, whoa. We don't curse over here. You know, my mom is listening, Carol. I got to be a respectful son out here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was cursing. I mean, I know worse words than that. And I'm not saying, I mean, I didn't think that was.
You didn't think that was? So
that was
you
a
just
freak of nature. No.
Oh, Carol.
No,
Okay.
not at all. Wait a minute. Can I ask an ass? Is that a curse word?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you want to let out? All of it? Is that what you want to say though? You got that on your mind this morning?
I'm only kidding with you.
Oh.
Stop it.
Okay. You're quite the prankster, Carol. Okay, got it. All right. So
that's what I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say, honey.
Okay, but Kate,
I
before
just would feel safer with Trump in office than I would with these Democrats that all lie to one another.
Okay.
Like Hillary
Carol.
and the other one, Nancy Pelosi. And
Carol.
Come on, they're a joke. You all know it.
Carol,
You've lived in the United States. You
No, that's
know
true.
it. You lived it.
But Carol, I'm gonna have to push back on a few things. You said you feel safer in the United States, but what about all these reports that women all over the country,
I don't
especially,
care. Do you understand me? I don't
Can
care.
I say it? Can I say it?
Go ahead, say it. I'm going to give you the same answer, but say it.
Okay. Well, I just want to get it out there. They need access to reproductive health care. And in some states, they're not getting that access.
And
because
that's a state governed thing. It has nothing to do with the federal government.
But you said you felt safer, but there's a lot of women who don't feel safer.
Yeah, that's
because No. My question is this. My question is no. My question is
talk. Now you let me
I didn't even get to ask my question though. I wanted to ask you, what do you say to those women who are out here and they're not able to get the reproductive health care they deserve and they end up losing their lives in certain situations? What do you say to them that don't feel safe?
Blame Obama. That's what I say to that. And not only that, I was listening to the news. The Venezuelans that came into this country through
Carol, I can't let you do
Remember
that.
this.
Carol, I can't let you do that.
No, I can't. Why?
What you just did was evil. And you know how I run my broadcast, right? You know I have
I've never been here.
Okay, I have a lake of fire to toss folks like you into.
I don't care. Toss me in it. Who cares?
I don't want to, though. I really want you to do.
Go ahead. Do it. I'm asking you to do it. That way, I won't come back to this gibberish. Go ahead. Toss me in it.
Hey, hold on real quickly. Maybe.
Go ahead. I don't really care.
Oh, I'm going to give you a lifeline.
I'm
going to give you a lifeline. I'm going to give you a lifeline.
Everyone in this room has lived the last 4 years. Throw me in the fire.
Good morning, Ange. Good morning, Ange. I'm calling in a lifeline.
No, it's okay. I'll just leave. This is ridiculous.
Oh, you scared of me?
I could give a shit.
You know what? We don't claim you up here in New England. You're a masshole. Sorry, get the thing ready. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. She is, though. That's what we call a masshole right there. Yeah, she doesn't care.
Lake of fire time?
Lake of fire, throw her there. She doesn't care about women. She doesn't care about anything but herself. How do you call yourself a Christian and then turn around and say that you don't care
My ass.
that this man...
That's not a swear word you said. Christian, my ass.
That man cheated on all of his wives and you call yourself a Christian, and you can keep your damn religion out of our schools too. We don't want your damn religion. We don't all worship the same God, lady. Some of us, I'm a recovering Catholic because of people like you. Shut your damn mouth up there. We don't claim you. We don't claim you up here in New England. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. You disgust me that you don't care about women. But yet, oh my, I just can't with these people anymore because you're a Christian and just said that you don't care about women. You don't care about, oh my God.
Get her. See, Carol, you didn't step into it, Carol.
She's so stupid.
Ooh, Carol!
You
Ladies
are
and gentlemen, we're going to
ignorant.
toss Carol into the lake
Please
of
toss her.
fire. Let's go!
Listen.
Goodbye, Carol.
Toss her.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Goodbye, Carol. You have lost
Nothing
your
but
Your
a
mind.
miserable
assessment.
hag. That's what
Wow.
she is. I'm sorry. I looked at her page before I came up, and the whole Christianity thing. My apologies to anybody who is a Christian. I truly, I'm so tired of hearing that and then saying that you don't care about women unaliving all over this country because of the abortion bans that
Thank you,
Trump
Lisa.
brags about putting in place. Ah.
Yeah.
She's just. Are you still listening
You
here,
normally
Carol?
don't. You normally don't even come up, Angie, because you normally don't even come up. But that really motivated you. It seemed like it really got you.
It
Okay.
did because I'm tired of them talking about putting 10 commandments in classrooms and then you worship a man who cheated on all of his wives.
She said he wasn't married when he hooked up with Stormy Daniels. What would you like to say to Miss Carol about that?
I'm pretty sure he was, and she was probably at home breastfeeding Barron, if I had to guess. And I
Yeah.
wouldn't have said his name, but he's 18 now. So anyway, that's what she was doing. They of course were married. And you know that. She knows, Zeus, they just don't want to see it. I see this all the time. They only care about their pocketbooks. I had a little tantrum in my own live about that today because they don't care about human rights, civil rights, women's rights, none of it. All about their pocketbook. You know, and there's things going on in this world, and you want to call yourself pro-life, right? But you got these Republicans out in Missouri trying to take a man's life tonight with zero evidence that he committed that crime. You pro-life? Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, they're a bunch of liars. Mary Sue, thank you.
They're not. You're not Christians.
Pro
You're an
trash.
embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. You're part of why I left the religion because I just can't with you people. Keep your 10 commandments and your damn Bible out of classrooms. I swear to God, if they ever did that in my kids' public school, they're out. They're out.
Tell them,
They're
Ange.
out. All right. Okay. I ranted way too long.
No. You did a great job because you can go places I can't quite go. All right. So I appreciate you having the courage to come in the box and tell Miss Carol to cut it out. I really do appreciate
Thanks
that.
for tossing her in the lake of fire. Stay there.
No, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Ange. Make sure you give her a follow. Host great lives. All right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Please put a quick one in the chat. The guy, thank you so much. All right. Put a one in the chat real quickly if you are a Trump supporter. All right. Oh my goodness. Eyeball. All right, come on back up here. I see you, Snuggles. Don't worry, I got something very special for you. I sent you one, Eyeball. Troy Powell, I sent you one as well. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing since sliced bread. All right. I'm looking. I've sent them guest requests, and they don't. They go, oh, you know what? I don't want to be in the show this morning because I don't want to get caught lying. Eyeball. Good morning.
Well, hey, how you doing, sir? I enjoy your show. I accidentally hit number one there.
Okay.
I'm not a Trump supporter, so I would not embarrass you or myself or my family. So
all right.
Sorry about that.
Okay, don't worry. I'll get you back. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give my good friend Eyeball a wonderful round of applause. No lies detected. Yeah, please put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right, please put a one in the chat. All right, I don't see you. There, I guess these Trump supporters, they've ran out of gas and they know supporting Donald Trump is really not a great idea. Seriously. All right. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? All right, please put a one in the chat. Please put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing since sliced bread. All right, I don't send Snuggles to do your dirty work, Mag. I've already destroyed Snuggles several times, and he's not willing to actually tell the truth. Yeah, tell him, Valerie. Snuggles is already cooked. All right, put a one in the chat. I tried to get Laura, but Laura does not have the ability to go live. So, does anyone want to take Laura's space? Put a one in the chat. I'm looking for a mag. Laura, you don't have the ability to go live. I take it that you must have been reported somewhere else on TikTok, right? Or you can do what you could do, Laura, is send me a guest request. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, you, Laura. Yes, you. All right. Put a one in the chat, please, if you are a Trump supporter. How do I do that? You see that little pink and blue person at the bottom? All right. Won't you just press on that and it'll send the request to Zeus? Come on, don't act like you don't know how TikTok works, all right? Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Laura, I'm trying to click on you, Jesus Christ. Can somebody, Rick C, thank you so much, my good friend, for the galaxy. Yeah, the multi-guest. Press the multi-guest, Laura. Put a one on the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Lindsay, thank you so much. All right. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing, seriously. Sheila, how about you, Sheila? Come on now, come on down, Sheila. What I'm trying to do is have authentic conversations with people all over the country, especially MAGA, all right, in order to help the regular American people understand why they should vote for Kamala Harris, all right? Sheila, oh my goodness, Miss Cam, thank you so much. You guys are so generous. You never know how these shows go. Yeah, I'm with you, Don. Let's go, MAGA women. I have nothing big for you. What is that? I have nothing for you. What do you mean by that? All right. Someone says block Snuggles. You guys don't like Snuggles that bad, huh? He's that terrible of a person? I mean, feel free to go ahead and let him know how much you dislike him. I don't care. He needs to know this because he's been spreading lies all over TikTok ever since I've met him. You know, before it got into politics, you know, I used to think, you know, he's just a troubled man. But then we got into the politics and I said, oh no, this isn't a troubled man. This is a MAGA demon. Somebody who is certified, possessed with MAGA. And so these lives, I'm using them as a tool because what I've said is, when Donald Trump loses, maybe I haven't shared this with all of you, but when he loses, I have a compilation of all of my interactions with various content creators on this app, you know, these TikTok people, and I'm going to do a movie called How We Got Here, right? This is what I'm going to do. And you're going to hear Zeus just sending them straight to hell. And they're going to be like, no, it's never going to. And then we're going to watch all of them crying when Donald Trump loses and bows out of politics and spends the rest of his life in court. And then this is where I'm going to be constantly telling MAGA, this is how we got here as a country. Because of you. You lied. You cried on your knees for Donald Trump. And you risked our democracy. But if it wasn't for folks like myself saving this country, you would have gotten away with it. But we're not going to let you get away with it, all right? All right, so again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't got all morning. Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you're not afraid to get up here and profess your love to Donald Trump. All right? All right? Come up here real quickly. We don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. We do not have all morning. All right, all right. Who do we got? All right, Big G. Big G, come on up here if you don't mind. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, my love. How are you?
All right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, welcome. What part of the country are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Chirac, let's go. Have you always been a Trump supporter?
I always have been, and I've been a Republican.
Okay.
a Trump supporter is where your beliefs lies.
Where do your beliefs lie?
My beliefs lies with family, country, and the pursuit of happiness.
In the pursuit of happiness. All right, family. Let's take that one out. So you believe Donald Trump is a great example of what family is all about in this country?
Yeah.
Really?
Kamala ain't got no kids.
I thought it was Kamala.
Well, Kamala, I don't give a fuck what you call
Oh, why you gotta get up here, Big G, and with the profanity and stuff?
Because if
Are
anybody
you,
spoke for this lady, we in trouble.
well,
Our borders wide open. The world is looking at us. Ain't nobody running this country right now. Don't nobody step.
okay, so let me ask this question. We had a pandemic, right?
That was a global thing.
Wait, oh, well, like inflation was. Great, you understand global concepts. But who was president when it started?
It was Trump.
Okay, is the pandemic still an issue?
No.
Okay, what happened? How was it here with Trump and now it's not an issue? Who was the president then?
After it happened?
Who was the president?
They came out with the vaccines. Trump was still president. Biden took off.
Thank you, Rick. Let's go. Wait, Big G. Thank you, Rick, for the galaxy. That's generous of you. So you said Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to ruin the country.
They have.
Okay, so the pandemic was bad for this country.
That wasn't, it had nothing just to do with America. It had to do with the whole world. It influenced the whole world.
Big G.
I want you guys to stop looking at that.
Big G.
It seemed like Trump did that, and he didn't.
Big G. I didn't even go there with it. I'm just saying whatever it was, it affected the globe. I agree with you. And in the United States, it was a bad thing.
It was a bad thing everywhere.
Okay. Trump was president when a bad thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Trump no longer president, bad thing not happening anymore. Who was the president when bad thing wasn't happening anymore?
It was still happening when Biden was in office.
Biden's still in office, but you just said it's not impacting you now.
No.
Right? So
it's
not you don't have lockdowns now. You're not wearing a mask.
If you look at
Wait. Are you following me? Are you following what I'm saying? You're not doing the same things you were doing during the pandemic.
No, we're not.
So, who was the president in between Donald Trump and now?
It was Biden and Kamala.
Okay, Biden and Kamala. So, one person doesn't have to be a rocket scientist to see or conclude that if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris wanted to ruin this country, then they shouldn't have did anything to stop that bad thing from happening. But they did something. They did something to stop the bad thing from happening.
What did they do?
Well, they helped Americans all over the country get vaccinated. They were sending tests to everybody to see if they could get tested, right? You remember all of this?
Yeah.
They were pushing to help get the schools reopened, all right?
Those vaccines, and we don't know what.
Big G. Remember, we're saying it's not happening anymore. So you got to conclude that whatever Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did here in the United States has contributed to this.
They picked it up on the end burner, though.
Huh?
They picked it up on the end burner. It was over pretty much when they got it. It was over.
They picked it up on the end burner. No.
Done.
They actually inherited the economy and the country while we were in the thick of the pandemic. We didn't catch the tail end of it.
But the economy was good though.
No. Do you remember the lockdowns?
Yeah.
Who was the president when the lockdown started?
We had to lock down.
Okay, so when the lockdowns happened, unemployment went through the roof. How could you say that the economy was good?
No choice.
Okay, so you have to then conclude the economy wasn't good.
No. The economy got
you had no choice. You just said. So that means you are aware unemployment was through the roof, and Americans were losing their life.
Did you say the economy was through the roof before?
No, I said unemployment.
Was it through the roof before COVID hit?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, so COVID is the
But
reason why people lost their jobs. We had no control over that. It was a global issue.
okay, but
People lost their
Big G. You know what I see is happening? I believe somewhere in Chicago, you have these conversations with real people, and they go, "Yeah, you right, girl,"
I
and
am
that's
right.
and that's why you're as confident.
If
But
you look at facts,
huh?
if you look at facts,
But what I'm trying to do is actually show you the facts. And you agree Trump was the president during the pandemic.
during the pandemic, but it
So
was
so no. You can't say but it was worldwide. Just say
it was
yes.
worldwide.
No, but I'm not asking that.
But
It
you
was
have to look at it from a global perspective, and everybody wants to blame COVID on Trump.
okay, so you know what I'm going to do now since
He did not start the pandemic. It was a global. Every many hundred years, there's always a breakout because we destroy our country. We destroy the earth. So those type of
okay, so I'm gonna learn you something this morning, Big G.
Okay, go ahead. I'm always willing to learn.
Okay, in May of 2018, the Trump administration disbanded the White House pandemic response team. You know why he did that?
No, I do not.
Because he wanted to show his supporters that he didn't like Barack Obama.
Did you?
Obama put it in place.
Where you
So
what's up from though? Because I just don't trust.
just Google. Just go to just type in timeline of Trump's coronavirus responses.
Right, but at the
Okay,
end,
so what that tells me is Big G. You said I can learn you something.
Go ahead.
All right. So this tells me he took away a defense we had to deal with a pandemic. And his real justification for doing it was simply to show he didn't like Obama to his supporters. But look at what that began for Donald Trump.
What did Obama do for us as Americans?
I'm not going there just yet.
What did he do?
He gave Trump a great economy. We'll start there. So, like you said, the first 3 years, he had nothing to really cry and complain about in terms of the economy. Thank you, Barack Hussein Obama. All right. So now in 2018, he disbands the White House pandemic response team. Well, now that you don't have a defense to a pandemic, guess what comes? A pandemic. And what does Donald Trump do? During the pandemic, he goes on record and says, we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China. It's going to be just fine. Lie. He praises President Xi for how President Xi is handling it. All right. He then goes on to say, he was informed by his national security advisor, this will be the biggest national security threat you face in your presidency. This is going to be the roughest thing you face. That's what his own national security advisor says. And then he goes on record and says, we pretty much shut it down coming from China. So what I'm doing is I need you to agree that this happened under Donald Trump and it was a bad thing. That's all I'm asking you. I get it. It's worldwide.
Global pandemic started when he was in office.
Thank you.
So
now, here we are in 2024.
Responsible. I would never forget.
Ma'am, it's 2024.
Let me tell you this.
Ma'am, it's 2024.
If you wasn't an essential employee, you was not an essential employee, you do not understand what we went through having to get up and go to work. The day that the pandemic happened and they closed everything down, I had
Who is they? Who closed the nation down?
Had to. Trump closed it down. He had to.
So okay.
Could have died. You know how many friends that I had? Their spouses died, their wives died, and all of that. There was nothing that can be controlled.
Big G. I agree with you, but what we're disagreeing with is the fact that you can't see Donald Trump was responsible for this to a certain degree.
Well, on what level though?
I'm telling you, he disbanded the pandemic response.
What that has to do with anything? How you gonna control something that's airborne? How?
Can I answer it? Can I answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, it's being controlled now.
Controlled by vaccines?
Whatever, right? Whatever's happening now, it's happening.
Our generation has
Wait, Big G.
like that.
We agree because earlier you said it's not an issue now.
It's not.
So between when Trump was president, when it was an issue, and now while President Biden is in charge, something happened. And clearly that something didn't happen with Trump. It happened under Joe Biden.
Yes, it did.
Okay, thank you. I rest my case with you, Big G. So give President Biden his props. Give President Biden and Kamala Harris their props. Go ahead.
I ain't giving him nothing. Cause I ain't seen nothing they done did. I ain't giving them nothing.
But you acknowledge that they helped get it fixed.
They didn't get it fixed. We already had the vaccine. What did they do? They can't do it on the tail end. I gotta hop on a meeting call because I'll be on this bad boy all the day, and I gotta.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and toss you into the lake of fire, all right? Because you ain't doing. You know better than this.
No.
You know better, and whatever meeting you get into, tell everybody that you was just on TikTok lying. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Big G.
Better with me,
Big G, baby.
125 views up here.
Big G, if you knew better, Big G, get to the meeting, Big G. Get to the meeting, Big G. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take care of Big G. Big G is possessed with the MAGA demon. Got in my box early in the morning, lying her behind off. Knowing the good Lord ain't proud of what she just did. Knowing Joe Biden helped get this country out of a nasty pandemic that Donald Trump mismanaged. She gonna get on here and lie right before she hop into her meeting. How could you go into a meeting with all that demonic evil surrounding you, Big G? You know what? I think you might be a great person, but when you're possessed with that MAGA demon, Big G, unfortunately, you're not so great, all right? And what's sad is not all skin folks is kin folk, right, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in throwing Big G. Go ahead, let's warm it up into the lake of fire. Hopefully this will cast out that MAGA demon. Let's give her a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
All right. I just don't know what to say. I don't. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Who do we have next? All right, hold on, straight facts. All right,
that lady's name was Lou.
Keep going. You got it. I'm gonna step away for a quick sec. I gotta turn the air conditioning on. It's getting hot in here.
All right, I don't know what in the heck she was on, Kingdom. Lil G, you need to go get a little education. You need to go back to school. Didn't nobody tell you to drop out in the 8th grade? You don't know the 3 branches of the government. You don't even know what kind of call you was going on. And Sassy, the lady that was over here gifting her, you need to be ashamed of yourself too. Both y'all. Y'all is a hot mess. Y'all both too old for this. You know, doggone well, Donald Trump mismanaged the heck out of that COVID. Y'all know that he talked about that light shine up your butt. Y'all know he talked about taking some disinfectant. That's the word to use. Y'all know exactly what the heck happened. And y'all up in here trying to piss on our legs and tell us it's raining. But the kingdom is not going for it today. Not one bit, not 1 second, not one iota. And Zeus, I'm still going ain't cussed a bit. Big G, little G, small G, whoever G need to be, little P. Because that's what she is, a little person. What is going on with this lady? I don't know what the heck y'all think this is. This is serious business. Y'all women around here and need to be protecting your granddaughters and your grandchildren, and you are not. You are letting them down big time, and we're not going to let you do it. We're going to come out here and we're going to tell the truth by any means necessary.
Amen.
All gas. No.
Amen.
Kamala Harris is the one that we gonna put in the office, and I'm gonna sit up on my live for a whole 30 minutes the day after she wins, and I'm gonna laugh.
Thank you, Carlos. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. So you're saying Big G has lost her ever-loving mind.
Lost her mind, I'm gonna cackle. And what she doesn't realize is that man named Mark Robinson, you know, the somebody over there in North Carolina, he messed all the way up to the point where my governor here in Georgia, who's a big Republican, then pulled his endorsement away from him. Now, let me tell you what that means, man.
Flow girl, thank you.
Means that if North Carolina turns blue, y'all, there is no path for Trump to win, and that is going to be perfect for the GOP. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I said it.
So you're saying Mark Robinson, that brother, that deranged black Hitler person, you know, we can't even say his name. That knucklehead, he's going to possibly cost Donald Trump the election.
Because they don't want to step off of him. They want to keep on acting like they supporting this man, and we all know that he's no good. The people of North Carolina are not going for it. And when North Carolina, y'all hear me, I know y'all hear me out there, when North Carolina turns blue, it's a rapper story.
It's a wrap.
Y'all go ahead on and get out there and vote. Don't just vote. You make it a date, like my sister said. Make it a date. Take your friends, your girlfriends, your mamas, your sisters, and everybody else and go on down there to them voting polls, y'all, and vote. Because we cannot have this. You heard this kind of delayed up here. We cannot have the delayed people running the country. Period.
Thank you.
And those are straight facts. That's all I got to say, Zeus.
All right. All right. Well, listen, thank you for holding it down while I stepped away. And as always, bringing those straight facts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a beautiful... All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful straight facts. No lies detected. See, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of folks that crave and want the truth, they get in my box and they get it and they say it out there. Big G and all the other MAGA demons before thee, knock it off. Do your own research, all right? All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Who do we got next? Oh, my goodness, good morning. I thought we had Laura. Laura, I thought Laura figured out how to send Zeus a guest request, all right? But apparently she didn't, or she dropped out. She got a little too nervous. Alrighty then. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. I got to talk to a few more mutuals and then I am up and away out of here. Good morning, this morning star. How are you doing?
Hey Zeus, how you doing?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, you know, tending to affairs.
Man, let me. And my sister done wrapped it up for me because that Miss G right there. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Something is seriously wrong with our people. Some of our people out here, y'all done sit around here drinking this Kool-Aid, this Sprite, whatever it's been spiked with, and you believe in everything that Frumpy Dump's saying, and that's completely amazing to me because at the end of the day, if you was on fire, Frumpy Dump wouldn't even piss on your stupid ass. You got him. Completely ignorant to the fact that He don't like your kind. And you want to continue to get on a black man's platform, somebody we support 110% who tells nothing but the truth, and get on here and tell a whole bunch of lies. Your mama taught you common sense.
Oh.
Common sense would tell you that when he just explained to you how President Obama passed him the doggone Bible on how to handle a pandemic, his arrogant, narcissistic, stinking, funny shaped, ugly, bald head, no teeth, had to go and dismantle it because he is too prideful to understand that someone gave him something to help him, and it was a black man. Little G, big G, like my sister said, little P, you a little person, because you can't even put 2 and 2 together and understand that equals 4. You want to walk around here and say 2 and 2 equal 1, because you stupid like that.
Oh, Lord.
So let me explain something to you, G.
Oh my God.
P. When he gave him that book was the handbook for pandemics and how to handle it. When the pandemic came along at the end of 2019, this fool had nothing to work with. So what this idiot did was he decided to lie, because that's all he knows what to do is lie. Lie on top of lie. That's all he does. And when he had that interview, he effed up and said, well, I knew it was bad, but I didn't want to scare the American people. So do you think that if you was honest with us and truthful with us, that we could have prepared better, and your cult followers who drink your Kool-Aid would have did whatever you said that you would do? How about that?
Yeah.
That's the bottom line right there, G. So had he been honest, G, your friends' husbands may be alive today, along with a lot of our family members that we lost because of this fool lying.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That is the bottom line. This is why he is not the president. This is why he will never be back in this here White House. This is why we fired his A, and this is why you are a P, a little person who don't know nothing about how the government works.
Amen. Amen.
Hey Zeus, I bet you she was happy about them little checks she was getting. Like she around here hood rich. Let me tell you something, broad. That little chunk of change don't even pay my dang living expenses. Not even where I put a roof over my head. Keep that. Go out here and get real money. I bet you ain't had no real meeting. I bet you that was a meeting with all you flunkies that get around here and try to figuring out how you gonna support a POS. You sound stupid, sis.
Wow.
And this is why Harriet carried pew pew, because we had to eliminate folks like you.
Lord have mercy. I mean, this is why I keep trying to help Trump supporters, especially the skin folks. All right, the kin folks support. Y'all can't act like y'all don't know what it looks like when you get out here and stand shoulder to shoulder with Donald Trump, a person we all know is a racist.
We know what he is. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no but he did, but he this, but he that. He ain't did nothing for our community, nothing for the people of America. Zero. Nobody has gotten anything from him. Guess who gave you them checks? It was our United States Congress.
Amen.
It was Nancy Pelosi, the one that y'all hate to love so much. Y'all want to talk about little old Nancy. Well, Nancy made sure, actually, Nancy wanted us to have more money. How about that?
Yeah.
Actually, Nancy wanted us to get 2. But y'all so ignorant and so gone off of what, like I said, the Sprite, the Coke, the juice,
they got that
whatever.
Kool-Aid with the extra orange, extra sugar, extra diaper, all that tossed in it, and they just drinking it up by the gallons. Y'all in a lot of trouble.
They relate to him, so they gonna continue to be a bunch of POSs over there while we continue to be great, and while we put this beautiful black strong,
Don't she?
educated, highly qualified
Don't she?
woman into the highest office of the land. And guess what she gonna do? She gonna get in there and run it like a boss because that is all she know how to do. She
Thank
don't know
you.
nothing else but to be a boss. You heard what she said. All she know is being for the people. She
Yeah.
don't know nothing else but being for the people. So you stay over there, little GP, and we gon' push you to the side. Don't get up here talking tough with your stunner shades on, looking like you got them from the 99-cent store, looking
Right.
a hot kung fu mess.
Amen. All right, Miss
Beat it.
Morningstar. Thank you.
I had to get that off my
No,
chest.
you did the
sister.
right thing.
She ticked me off this
You
morning.
did the right thing. And Miss G, I know you're probably looking in that camera at the meeting you're in right now, but I want you to know everybody in that meeting, they see all the demons standing behind you. So be careful.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
see them. We can feel
see
them in a
you.
way.
We smell you, and you stink.
Ooh, Lord,
You stink.
All right.
You don't stink, you stink. All right, Zeus.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Morningstar. No lies detected. I mean, some of the panelists, they can go places Zeus can't go, but, this is why I tell you, Trump supporters, you got to be careful about the things that you are saying on TikTok. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I got to get up out of here, all right? We had a great show. A lot of liars coming up in here. Monk, thank you for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. A lot of liars came up in here, and you can tell Donald Trump and his supporters are terrified that this woman will become the next vice president, all right? If they don't got any policies and all they got is hate and lies and conspiracies, that's a sign that they know they're going to lose. Yeah, by the way, if you go and look at Donald Trump's stock today, I think it's at $12.33. All right, and I believe at one point it was in almost $100. So if you saw it at one point at $100 and we're down to almost $12, and they get in my box and they say, I think Donald Trump has great ideas for the economy. He should run the country like his business. I translate that to mean you want him to run America to the ground. The brink of bankruptcy. Thank you, Tara, for sending out those subscriptions as well. So, with that understanding, all of you who support Donald Trump, there's just no way any American who cares about what's happening is going to allow you to run this country like Donald Trump runs his businesses. Absolutely not. So, what I will do is, number one, you all deserve a round of applause. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Rick C., you are so generous, my good friend, seriously. I also like to give a special round of applause to all of my wonderful subscribers, my gifters, my moderators, and my panelists. You all do an outstanding job helping to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means I gotta get up out of here. All right? Diane, thank you for the money gun. Well, we also got to give one final round of booze and shame. This round of booze and shame goes out to all of the Zeus haters out there. These are not just my haters. These are also your haters. They get on TikTok day in and day out and promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin, who, by the way, right now, Russia is not looking so good. All right? Their economy is not doing great. And they're losing troops every day. All right? So they're not looking good. All right? But they promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, racism, hatred, corruption, lies, conspiracies, all on behalf of their orange cult leader, Donald J. Trump. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These folks are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Join me in giving them our final round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and on that note, take care, stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Have a great rest of your morning. Let's go, DJ. Yeah. welcome everyone. Hey, let's go, let's go. Thank you so much for the gift. Tinkerbell, I love you too. Oh, it's going to be a lot more of that after November 5th. When we save our democracy, it's going to be a lot of this going on. Oh, we going to party like you've never seen a party, Macca. I won't be dancing with you, but you can watch me. Tearing up the dance floor, all right? Just all kinds of celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. Right, Heaven? Let's go, Heaven. Yes, thank you. You're welcome, everyone. Kamala Harris, keep going and doing what you're doing, Kamala. We got your back out here on TikTok. Don't worry. We're not going to let Donald Trump sneak in. Thank you, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you seriously, everyone. You all have made this one interesting situation. Let's go! Thank you, Angel. Pamela, see ya. Dewey time, thank you, Diane. All right, Nanette, Queen Flea. Always a pleasure to see ya. Let's go, let's go! Good job, Ann. Seriously. Tracy, thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry. We'll do it again. All right. Let's leave it on a positive note, ladies and gentlemen. Let's leave on a positive note. What do I want to say? Oh, yeah. This is what we're going to do.
In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious.
Amen.
Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election.
Listen up, Miss G.
Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. And consider what he intends to do if we give him power again. Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy. His explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution.
Sad. Explicit.
Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails.
All right, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You heard what Kamala said. Imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails. And listen to you, Mr. 8 or Mrs. 8-track player. I'll see you tomorrow. Please bring that same energy, all right? Please bring it, all right? And you got enough to go live. I'll see you tomorrow, 8-track player. Bright and early. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.